All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope all is well. So this Saturday is UFC 313. Phenomenal card. A lot of intriguing fights on here. But without further ado, let's get into the main card. First up, we got King Green versus Mauricio Rufy. First and foremost, I mean, come on, man. You gotta get Rufy a profile picture, man. Come on, he's a minus 500 for a reason. And the very least you could do is give him a profile picture, you know. But anyways, in this matchup, Rufy, very fast, explosive, got that loose karate like style, very entertaining to watch. And I think stylistically, it's a tough fight for Bobby Green. You know, Bobby Green fights with his hands down, rely a lot on his head movement, and I just believe Rufy's gonna be a much more faster fighter. Obviously, Bob Green's a seasoned veteran, and Rufy, man, he's really coming into his own. But I just believe the speed is what's going to give Bobby Green problems, and also the unorthodoxness of Rufy. But this is gonna be a fun fight to watch to kick off the main card. I'm going with Rufy on this one. I think he gets it done via TKO. All right, next up we got Amanda Lemos versus Lasmin Lucindo. Lucindo, man, young, only 23 years old, and man, this lady is talented. Very clean, striking, fast, explosive. And the crazy thing is, she's only gonna keep getting better. And Amanda Lemos, extremely well rounded, seasoned veteran, fought for the title. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out. Obviously, Lucindo's a minus 150, but we'll see what happens, man. But ultimately, I'm going with Lucindo on this one. I think she gets it done via decision. All right, next we got uh, Jalen Turner versus Inacio Bahamondes. I think this is gonna be, well, it could be a fight at night, you know, but this is gonna be a fun fight. Jalen Turner, excellent striker. He does struggle with high level grapplers, but in this matchup, I don't think he has to worry about Bahamondes taking him down. I think this is gonna be a stand up fight, and it's gonna be phenomenal. I think, yeah. I don't listen. I don't think this fight is going the distance. I think somebody's gonna get finished in this matchup. And Bahamondes, excellent striker, coming off that last win over. I mean, I forgot the guy's name. Torres, something Torres, but he caught him with a slick um right hand, just slide out the way just enough to get out of range and just drop that right hand on him. Twice he did it in that fight, and both these fighters are really good at managing their distance. They're both 6'3". Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Ultimately though, I'm going with Turner on this one. I think he gets it done via TKO because, like I said, I do not see this fight going the distance. All right, and your co-main event: Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Now, unfortunately, Justin Gaethje original opponent was Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker got injured. I believe he injured his hand, and Fiziev stepped in on short notice. Now they did fought before. I believe Justin Gaethje won a majority decision, but nevertheless, their first meeting was a phenomenal fight. Excellent fight. The first time they fought. Now Justin Gaethje, you know, he's obviously coming off the loss to Max Holloway. I mean, one of the wildest finishes. Just an insane knockout. And Fiziev has been out for quite a bit. He had some injuries and whatnot, taking this fight on short notice. Actually, I'm surprised that he's a minus 160. Maybe the fact that Justin Gaethje's coming off that knockout loss to Max Holloway. Yeah, but Justin Gaethje, like right now, he's a lot more measured in his approach. He doesn't like get too wild and too reckless. And what surprised me about that was his not head kick knockout over Dustin Poirier. He's a lot more measured and calculated, and I believe that version of Justin Gaethje is going to show up, taking on Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev's striking is phenomenal. Now this is a short notice fight. He's been out for a while. I'm going Justin Gaethje on this one, man. I think he gets it done via decision, and I think this fight is going to steal the show. But we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, I got Justin Gaethje on this one. And last but certainly not least, we got the main event: Alex Poatan Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Now, Ankalaev does have some grappling skills, but the thing is, primarily he prefers to just stand and strike. And I believe this fight is going to be primarily contested on the feet. I wouldn't be surprised if Ankalaev try to take Pereira down probably early, probably round 1 and 2. But I think this fight is going to be primarily contested on the feet. I know Ankalaev has been kind of deemed the grappler. Yes, he can grapple, but he's primarily a striker. I mean, I think he's coming off that win over Alexander Rakic at UFC 300. He didn't shoot a single takedown in that fight. That fight was primarily contested on the feet, and he won a decision. He also, I think before that, I can't remember the fighter's name. Oh man, I forgot his name. That he front kicked. He landed a beautiful front kick knockout. This guy's a striker. Yes, he could grapple, but he's primarily a striker. And in the world of striking, Alex Pereira, man, he is one of the most devastating strikers out there. I mean, it's a combination of his power and his technique. I mean, it's just fun to watch him compete. That last fight against Khalil Roundtree, where he just systematically break down Khalil like that, was insane to watch. And we know the way Khalil fights, he puts guys out. And for Pereira to go in there and just break him down systematically like that, it was just beautiful destruction, in that matchup. But ultimately, I'm going with Pereira on this one. Listen, I think Pereira's gonna get the job done. I think he's gonna get the job done via TKO. Next, if he gets past Ankalaev, he's got to go heavyweight. I hope he wins this fight, so he move up to heavyweight. Heavyweight is pretty wide open. It's not nobody except for Tam Aspinall, but Aspinall, John Jones, like that don't seem to be happening anytime soon. John Jones is like whatever. Tom Aspinall is just there. And I say Pereira wins this one. He goes up. He fights Tom Aspinall. And shoot, if he beats Tom Aspinall, first of all, that's a tough fight. But if he manages to beat Tom Aspinall, the winner, I believe the winner of Aspinall and Pereira, the winner of that matchup is going to get John Jones. And then John Jones, that's going to be his final fight. He rides off into the sunset, But Pereira needs to win this matchup, Or spin it the other way. Let's say Pereira wins, he moves up, and then Tom Aspinall beats Pereira. And then next is probably John Jones, and then John Jones fights Tom, and then that's gonna be his last fight, you know. But I think the more intriguing matchup is Pereira versus John Jones. But they got a few hurdles. Pereira got a few hurdles to cross, and it starts this Saturday with Ankalaev. But ultimately, I think this is gonna be a very, very fun matchup. I'm going with Pereira on this one. Like I said, I think he's gonna get a TKO finish. You know, but nevertheless, man, I like this card. Very, very intriguing card. You know. In the prelims, they got Curtis Blades. Man, you bet your takedown better be on point and facing Blades. Fan. Let's see. Most of these guys, Chris Gutierrez. Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of these guys I'm not aware of. I'm not aware of them, but I'll still be looking at the prelims and the early prelims, man. Because sometimes the fights on the prelims be just as entertaining as the fights on the main card, if not better. You know. But yeah, that being said, you guys be safe and enjoy the fights. Until next time, peace.